Okay, I thought I'd make this video to talk about the Apple Watch. Particularly, this is the Apple Watch Series 6. In 2023, I wanted to go over if I think it's worth it. My opinion, my thoughts, ever since I've got the Apple Watch, what I've been doing with it, has it really helped anything, and why I bought it to begin with, because this is important. So I've had this for probably about maybe a year and a half, 2 years, 2.5, somewhere around there. Kind of all bleeds together up to some point. When I first got it, I was not sure because I didn't typically wear a watch before it. I mean, I wore a watch growing up, but then got used to not wearing a watch, so I thought it would be hard for me to get back to wearing a watch. Surprisingly easy, okay? Now, Apple Watch has helped in a lot of ways. Sure, you can do that gimmicky thing technically, and not only answer the phone from your watch, but also like speak into your watch and stuff, which, in some cases it's useful, but most of the time that part is just a gimmick. But with that said, it is very nice to see who's calling, to see if I want to take my phone out of my pocket and answer or just call them back later. That is actually very, very helpful. Now, Apple is apparently going to be updating the Apple Watch soon. And as of 2023, the Series 6 is still officially supported by Apple. So that it's going to get the redesign and whatnot. Now, I have noticed battery life is quite a bit worse than it was to begin with. It used to be get me through 3.5 hours. Now, for what seems like the same amount of stuff I do, I get maybe a day and a half to 2 days if I stretch it. But I could be doing more stuff. I don't really know. But I do know if we look at the fitness side of this, okay? First of all, it syncs to your phone. And then second of all, this even has a step counter built into it, as well as those, rings that you see everyone talk about. So, like, if I unlock this, I can click on my activity rings, as it were. And then I can scroll down, change the goal. Every now and then I like making the goal a little bit higher, just so I am actually doing stuff. So, if you're solely all about health benefits and whatnot, Apple Watch, very beneficial, even if you don't think it will be. It's one of the things that I did not think I'd get into as much, because that's just like an afterthought. You really never really think about it, but before you know it, you're actually paying attention to your walking goals and whatnot. And then the watch tells you you've reached your goal, good job, and whatnot. But also, it's important to note that this syncs up, like I mentioned, with the phone. It can tell you a few things and whatnot. Phone call, text messages, even. Yeah. So I'll sometimes reply on here because you can do that thing where you scribble something. real quick as a quick response. Most of the time I just use it for like at a glance looking and whatnot. Overall, I like it. How I charge it, of course, is how you charge the Apple Watch. It comes with the charging stand by default, and it hooks here via magnet, and you can see it charging there. And it just tells the time while charging. I plan on getting it like a fancy charging thing in the future, but for now, it is what it is. And because it sticks on via magnet, I really don't I worry about it too much. And anything I want to actually see details of, I just go into the watch app. I actually can change the faces, update it as needed, all that stuff, display, brightness, all that stuff. And that's how I use my Apple Watch. I actually got a cheap band for it off Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below to the one I got. I believe you'll get two for somewhere around $10. And the bands, they aren't like the best of the best, so they usually, like after 6 months to a year, might become too stretchy and a bit unusable, but then you can switch to the next. So basically, you're talking roughly $10 every 2 years on bands. Anyway, not sponsored, but I will leave a link in the description below. And I guess we're in the off on, do I think that you should get a Series 6 in 2023? Honestly, if you can find a cheap Series 6, I would definitely recommend it. I mean, you can get the newest one if you really want, spend your money how you wish. I'll leave a link in the description below to the Ultra if you want to check it out. But I am very happy with the Apple Series 6 Apple Watch. I am very, very happy with it. I don't know if I'll be upgrading to another Apple Watch in the future, but right now I can honestly recommend the Series 6 because even in 2023, because it's serving me well even as we speak. Well, right now it's charging, but it usually serves me pretty well. But with that said, if you're going to be on vacation, like hardly no way to charge or anything, definitely the newer models have better battery life, okay? That's probably the only nitpick I have with the Apple Series 6 Apple Watch. I don't know why I keep saying Apple before I say Series 6 Apple Watch. But yeah, that's my only gripe with it. But I digress. I'm going to end it off here. Definitely let me know your thoughts, comment section below. Do you think you're gonna take a plunge, pick up the Series 6, wait for a future series? The Series 6 might be a good entry point if you want to get your family into the idea of an Apple Watch, but you don't want to spend $800+ on the Ultra. Again, Ultra link in the description below. I'll find a link to the Series 6 and put it in the description below as well. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the future. Later.